Welcome to Thread Talk Snippets. Today we're talking about the color black in the Renaissance period. We have Philip the Good, Duke of Burgundy, likely to thank for the popularization of the color black during the Renaissance and early modern periods. He championed this idea that this color meant sobriety and piety, but it went a lot further than that pretty quickly. Men in this era flocked to the color black like you would never believe. Portrait after portrait, I run into men like this one wearing velvet hats, black brocades, but it is a common mythology that only the rich were able to wear black. The Burgundian Black Collaboratory actually proved right here that using quite a few of the old recipes, they were able to replicate very, very black colors on a variety of fabrics. And in fact, we know from extant reports that everyone was wearing black, but it had to do with what kinds of fabrics were dyed black, what kinds of dyes were used, and how color fast they were. This plant is called logwood or Campeche wood, and this was something that the Spanish went crazy for, especially to create what was the effect that was called crow's wing black, which was a darker black that had less brown tones in it. They actually pretty much raised the land and did all kinds of unspeakable things to the people in the colonies in Mexico and Belize to get this, and exported it at extreme cost of human life. The English were in on it too, and to be able to get this meant that you had a better kind of dye in the clothes that you were wearing. Europeans also absolutely devastated the environment and the people that were living in areas to find more alum. Alum is probably the best mordant for black dye, meaning that when you could actually treat the material with this, it would not leak, it would not stain the person wearing it, and it would not fade as much over time. You also see the kinds of different materials worn and how they are dyed in black. If you're wearing beautiful damask like this young gentleman here with this long flowing blonde hair is, or velvet like on his hat, the dye and the material cost far, far more than if you were to use something like linen or wool. Some wool even comes in black and you don't even need to dye it. So next time you see a portrait like this, remember it's not just about the color. It's about the fabric, it's about the fixative, and it's about everything that went in behind it and how it was able to be brought into the hands of the wearer.